Let's make a crockpot lasagna. This is Let Us Eat. I'm Suzanne Ridgway and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make an easy crockpot lasagna that is frugal and budget friendly. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on my link and checking me out. Thank you to everyone who supports me each and every day. This is the time of year where you want to have comfort foods to warm your soul. And nothing's more comforting than homemade lasagna. And it's going to be really easy to do with my canned puree sauce. My subscribe guy just popped up. He is asking everybody to go ahead and smash that like button. He's also directing you to smash on that subscribe word. We are 20 away from that 700 milestone. When we get there, we're going to issue out 2 $10 Dollar Tree gift cards. Wow. If you're interested, if you're new, you must comment that you're new. And if you comment, you must be subscribed and be a U.S. citizen for both. It is that easy. Let's get cooking. And this is going to be an easy lasagna. I'm going to add my Prego first and dump it right in your pot. You are not going to need to heat any of this up. The crock pot is going to do all of your cooking. Then I'm going to add my can of crushed tomatoes. This is 1 pound. The Prego's 15 ounces. Almost like a dump and go. Then I'm going to add in my little can of tomato puree. And this is 8 ounces. Now we're going to add in our tomato paste. I always use 2. These are 6 ounces each. One's from Aldi, one is from Walmart. You need a wooden spoon because it's tricky getting out the tomato paste. And if you'd like to put vegetables in your sauces, you can add bell peppers and onions. Just scoop out that tomato paste and mix it in. Next thing we're going to assemble is my cheese mixture. And this is a no-cook pasta. We're just going to layer it in uncooked into the crock pot, and it will be cooked completely by the time dinner's ready. This is also going to be a meat lasagna. 1 pound of ground beef. Again, we're going to throw the beef right into the crock pot as is, and the crock pot will cook it with the sauce and the noodles, and then melt the cheese, and it will be awesome. I have other videos on crockpot lasagna, and I can link them down below in my description box with my other links. Last but not least, dump in your Rinaldi or whatever brand of jar sauce that you like. We will wash out all of those cans for the recycle bin. I have my ground beef, and I'm just going to break it up into the sauce. It's okay if it's slightly frozen. It will cook. The crock pot is awesome for that. Crock pot frees my hands up to get everything done that I have to do on a busy day. Errands, things over at the high school with my children, festivities coming up with Halloween, cooking for shut-ins, getting things ready for the next few holidays. Very, very busy time of year. Now you're going to mix up all your ground beef. And before we season it with the black pepper and the garlic, I'm going to wash my hands. Let's go ahead and add in 3 teaspoons of fresh black cracked pepper, eyeball it in. Three teaspoons of garlic. Mix well with the beef and all the sauces and tomatoes and your seasonings. I'm also going to add in a tablespoon of onion soup mix. This was a huge hit when I made sauce for our varsity cross-country team because the onions are on recall and they're not sure how long they're going to be on recall, so I have onion soup mix on hand. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon. There was no sauce left when my crock pot came back. That made me feel very happy. All those kids getting a nice hot meal after practice for their spaghetti dinner with all kinds of treats. I hear they go all out for their spaghetti dinners with the cross-country team. I was very happy to help. This is smelling amazing. We're going to set this aside. I'm going to get a big large bowl, and we're going to prep our cheese part of the Recently I hauled from BJ's this ricotta cheese. It was $5.49 for 3 pounds of ricotta. That is a killer deal. And I got 2 pounds of mozzarella. I believe it was $7.49, and I believe it had a $2 off coupon. So around $5 and change for 2 pounds of mozzarella cheese. And then the ricotta cheese was $5 and change for 3 pounds. That is around $11 for the cheese. That is a great buy. I'm going to add in half of my ricotta into the bowl, about half of the bag, and season it with black pepper and garlic. Let's go ahead and dump some into the bowl. That is about half. I got my noodles from Walmart. Go ahead and open up your mozzarella cheese. Be careful not to cut the reseal part, which I've done on occasion. I did it good this time. And dump in half the bag. And I'm going to reserve the rest of the bag for the taco lasagna. And go ahead and season it with your garlic and black pepper. Just a couple of teaspoons because there's already garlic in your sauce. And a couple of teaspoons of black pepper. If you want to add Italian seasoning or oregano into your lasagna, you can. We usually never do. And go ahead. My hands are clean. I just washed them. You can mix the cheese up. I always hold on to one side of the bowl so it doesn't get away from you. And after the cheese is mixed up, we're going to start layering the lasagna into the crock pot, which I'm going to turn on to low. And I'm going to let it cook on low all day. It's going to smell amazing in your kitchen and my kitchen when you make this lasagna. Okay, that is mixed well. I'm going to wash my hands again, and then we're going to start layering, and I'm going to add my crockpot liner to this. Let's insert the liner if you have one. This helps you clean up your crockpot a lot easier, less soaking. first thing you're going to do is add a little bit of sauce to the very bottom. Then we're going to start layering your noodles first, a layer of cheese, a layer of sauce, a layer of noodles, a layer of cheese. This is going to be a double layer lasagna. Make sure you can see. I break them in half. Be careful, I have the crock pot preheating, so it will be hot. Now we're going to scoop in some cheese. A thin layer. I think I'll make a cheesecake with the leftover ricotta and mozzarella. I haven't made a New York style cheesecake in a long time. And I'll have to do a video on it with the graham cracker crust. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I love cheesecake. Now we're going to add a layer of sauce over the cheese. And just like that. You're going to repeat the process. These great value noodles are excellent. Remember, when you just have to boil the noodles, cook the meat, cook the pasta, cook the sauce. So much easier to do this now. Just making sure that the noodles are even and they'll cook together and come out as one big piece. Now for the second layer of cheese. Make sure it spreads all over your noodle layer. If I don't do a cheesecake video right away, no fret, I will get you one. This is the second layer of cheese. Now you're going to add the second layer of sauce and then the final layer of noodles. I love Crockpot Lasagna. I'll be doing a part 2 of this video of what it looks like on my plate. I believe our noodles that we got were $1.97 at Walmart. This is going to be your top and final layer. We will not do a triple decker lasagna. If I had a bigger crock pot, I would. We're going to have garlic knots with it that we picked up at Walmart. That was a while ago. I forgot they were in there. I found them when I cleaned out my freezer. Make sure your noodles touch the side of the crock pot. for that top layer as best as you can. Now I'm going to drizzle sauce all over the top and add cheese. And just plain mozzarella cheese for the top. I used all the sauce. I'm so excited for that. You're going to take your cheese and sprinkle a generous amount on the very top. If you wanted to, you can sprinkle in some fresh Parmesan with the mozzarella on the top. I won't because my family's not a big fan of Parmesan. I love it, so I'll just sprinkle it on my own slice when I have it later. And this will come out in slices. I will show you an aerial view. Here's what the Crockpot Lasagna looks like. 2 layers with meat sauce. I have it set to low. It's going to stay on low until about 3 o'clock when I'll check it. And when I check it, it'll be a separate video of what it looks like, the final product, and as well as it coming out of the crock pot and onto a plate. And it's going to smell good in your house all day long. Very simple, easy weeknight lasagna that is budget friendly and frugal. That is it for part 1 of this video. Later tonight, I will premiere part 2 of the video of it completed and plated, so you can see how the lasagna turned out. It turns out perfect every single time. It is one of the easiest frugal ways to make a lasagna. I buy my cheese bulk. We buy our ground beef bulk. I buy my sauces at Walmart and Aldi, and the noodles at Walmart to save money on the lasagna. If you're new here, thank you for checking me out and giving me a chance. Thank you to everyone who supports me each and every day. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget about the 700 milestone giveaway. All that information is always in my description box down below. My subscribe guy just popped up. He's asking everybody to go ahead and smash that like button. He is directing you to smash on that subscribe word down below. Don't forget to tap on that bell.